Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Cool.
That's right. Why did you say it was AT&T?
Reach out and touch someone.
Oh, okay. So, Seals, since you're letting us use your camera, you go ahead and make the introduction.
Nigga, get away from me.
Go ahead, Seals. You have the full introduction because it's your camera, it's your home.
I mean, they know who I am.
Oh my god!
I ain't gotta say too much. But if y'all want, y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Alright, so obviously this will probably be my first video back on YouTube. So what's going on, babes? Welcome back to another video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you do enjoy this video, go ahead, Gomez.
Mac Maz, what's up? I'm just here for the views.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about, man, honestly, maybe Escobar was right about the fucking topics.
I told you, because you can't go into this shit just fucking blind. Like,
yeah, you can.
I mean, you can, but if you look at, like, your rate of success as opposed to having something planned, we're already going into this, like thinking, like, we can do it.
Let's talk about the economic state of the world.
I hate this motherfucker.
I hate you.
So economic state of the world, obviously the stock market is crashing. We love that. It's the perfect time to buy.
It's the perfect time to buy.
Perfect time to buy.
Tesla.
If you're into stocks and shit like that. Options, trying to become a millionaire.
Oh, no.
But, I mean, I'm just telling you, man, like, there are so many, I think, honestly, with the state of the fucking economic state of the world right now, there are so many ways to make money. Like, definitely so many ways.
OF.
Oh, you said OnlyFans? I'm telling you, bro. Don't play it, because I'm gonna put our episode 1 on OnlyFans.
I feel like if you're working for your money, you shouldn't just be working for your money and just saving it. You know
So, I'm not gonna ask you how much money you have in your bank account, Seals.
I'm a grown ass man. Don't ask
Yeah, sorry. But how would you tell people to make money work for you instead of working for money? Since we're on the
Easy.
topic of money.
Actually, it's funny because Russ said this in one of his songs. He said, "I don't work for money. I make the money work for me." Shut up. That's what he said. He said, "I don't work for money. I make the money work for me." Mm-hmm. And to me, that means he didn't choose a check. He chose equity. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody everyone who graduate high school and they're choosing a check over equity. And it basically means, like, for instance, like this camera stuff. When I was in Pakistan and I was living there, I wasn't working for my money because I wasn't spending my money. I felt like I was working for free. So what I did was, I was like, how can I invest this money into myself? I made the money that I worked for work for me. And now it's working for me. You know what I'm saying? It pays. Honestly, it can pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? I wrote an affirmation in my notepad, and I said that I want to be able to make $5,000 a month off of doing this video shit.
You definitely can do it, man. I'm telling you.
And I already did it. I already achieved it. You know what I'm saying? And because I achieved it, I set the bar higher, and I said I want to be able to make $10,000 a month.
Damn.
Off of this video shit. I haven't been able to achieve it because I'm in the military.
Yeah.
But and I make 5 G's just working on the weekends. So imagine if I'm out of the military and I'm not just working on the weekends, shooting music videos.
And like I've
it's
seen
game
you,
over for LA.
And like I've seen you whenever you work too, because like whenever you work, like your work there is like it's not even work for you. It's like a passion. And like Carlos and I were there for like whenever he did his shoot with Izzy for his
Child.
video for Child, yeah.
Child.
And it was like this man did not stop working. Like he was like constantly working. Like even like behind the scenes, whenever we're like they were all joke, like the rapper and like all of his like dudes were like hanging out with each other and shit. This man was still looking for like different shots, like still editing on this scene for that same video.
So I feel like I see obviously you love, shooting videos, right? Yeah. Obviously making grade A content, grade S tier content. Do you feel like, being in the military is kind of holding you back as this, obviously being a full-time service member and a part-time, video creator? Like, do you feel like you would actually be more productive, or like would you still be the same?
I think the military is holding anyone that has a passion to pursue something outside of the military is holding them back. You know what I'm saying? Like for you, it was boxing. For you, it could be, a storytelling or drawing comics or what have you. For me, this video shit, like music videos. So it is definitely holding back. There was an instance where I got offered to go on a big set by his name is Brian, and he used to shoot for Fora. He was Fora's dedicated videographer. I got offered, like he texted me, he was like, hey, like I want you to come on set and be like an assistant producer or what have you. I was like, who are you shooting for? He's like, I'm shooting for Tootsie 2 Times. I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't go because we were going to the field.
Fuck.
At that time. And then I got offered to go on a set with Little Dirk and it's not Coil Ray. It was Little Dirk and someone else by a gentleman named Kevin, and he's prior military.
Damn.
He extended his arm and he invited me to go on set with these guys. And I was like, I'm down to do it, but I couldn't do it because I was going to the field again. So
that was during Still Night, wasn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Damn. Oh, dude, I would. Oh,
our professional.
fucking hate Still Night.
The life that I'm extremely passionate about, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's, there's roadblocks. Like the military is definitely blocked. The military has blessed me with a lot, but there's a balance to it. The military also blocks a lot of blessings. But it's cool though, because I always tell myself, it's the universe just saying that like you're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? It's the universe saying, hey, like you're not ready. And like I believe in divine timing. I believe in like God, Jesus, the higher, whatever the fuck you believe in, I believe in that. And yeah, it's just the universe just saying that, you know, you're not ready. And then when it comes, when the opportunity presents itself, it's gonna be perfect timing.
So speaking of obviously, right, divine timing and just, you know, it's, you know, pretty much you're just waiting on it, right?
Yeah.
What exactly, like, if you have any projects coming up, like, you know, as soon as you EAS, like, what, you know, what are you like wanting to do? Are you wanting to still shoot more rap videos? Are you wanting to create short films? Are you like, what exactly? Where do you want to go with this? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's a part-time thing.
Yeah.
But you know, shit, you could be fucking making fucking movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, when I get out of the military and when I EAS, which is less than a few months. I'm sorry, less than a year. When I get out, the goal is to just jump and develop wings along the way. Like I'm so confident in my abilities and what I've been able to accomplish just on the weekends as a Marine. You know what I'm saying? Given that we have a limited amount of time
Let me see.
to do shit, like I'm so confident in my abilities, you know what I'm saying, that like when I get out and I jump and I don't have a resume, or actually my portfolio is my resume. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go to college. I'm not going to go to school to learn video work. I'm going to jump and it's going to be me, my camera, and my wife. You know what I'm saying? And
I would say that's kind of dangerous, but I mean, shit, I've seen like, yeah, obviously some of your work, and it doesn't, you know, I feel like, you know, throwing caution into the wind actually would have its benefits, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know,
if you're not willing to undergo a period of down badness, if you're not willing to like take risks, you're never gonna get anywhere in life. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing. I'd rather deal with oh well than what if. I don't want to be 60, like on my dying bed with regret. I want to be 60, knowing that I made mistakes, knowing that I learned from them, and knowing that I did everything my heart desired to do.
So then, okay, so another question I have for you is, how did you discover, like, how did you, like, find out, like, this was something that you wanted to do? Like something that, you know, kind of fulfills, like, not, like, you know, your mind and your heart, but, like, your soul, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I found out, so it all happened, well, it all started when I was, like 12, 13. Okay. I asked my mom for Christmas, hey, like, I want a camera. And at the time, I don't think she understood what kind of camera I wanted. I wanted a camera like the one I have now. You know, you can take the lens on and off. But she got me a point-and-shoot camera, like a vlogger's camera. Okay. I didn't like it, so I threw a fit. She sent me upstairs, and I never got to see that gift. Fast forward a few years, you know, iPhone 5 was like this popular thing, right? Fucking iPhone 6 became popular, and everyone wanted an iPhone at the time for the camera. Because iPhone was big on advertising the phone for the camera. Yeah. So saved up enough money, went on OfferUp, purchased like a $300 iPhone 6S. It was space gray. And me and my boys on the weekends, we would go and we would have like photo shoots. Okay. Every weekend we would like just, for fun, we would just go to parks and take photos of each other, edit them on our phones in Lightroom, and we were just learning the game, right? And then Fast forward a few months, my boy Leo, my photographer, he works with Fora and other big names. He mustered up money and he was able to afford a camera, and he bought a camera. And he was the first one out of our peer group to buy a camera. And I still remember it was a Canon T6i, I think, or Sony T6i. And we still have our messages from 2016 saved on Snapchat.
Damn.
Of like him sending me the photo of it. I'm like, yo, like what camera is this? I'm geeking over that camera. But now I got a camera that's 10 times better than what he had.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for years we kept doing that. And then, I joined the military, saved up enough money, and then I just told myself, like, I've always had a trained eye for making things look good. My dad, growing up, would always listen to like old school. My dad would always blast music. My dad always played music. He'd always play music. So I have like a passion for music too. That's why I listen to Russ so often, and I know so many. I can quote him like this. That's why I have like his, his art tattooed on my arm, because I just love music. So I say, you know what? Since I like music and I like making videos, why not make music videos?
Hey, put 2 and 2.
I put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember my first music video I ever made. It was this guy named Sebastian in high school. Shout out to you if you're watching this, King.
Hey.
But that was my first music video ever. And then my second one, I shot it for this dude named Cameron Roby. He also goes to my high school. Both videos I shot for free, because at the time I didn't know my worth. And I just knew that I needed to do free work in order to like be able to further. I need to prove to the outside world what I'm capable of before I can start charging for what I'm capable of. And I'm still not charging where I need to be charging, because I'm capable of a lot. And these artists out here are getting snag of a deals, you know what I'm saying, for what I'm bringing to the table. But yeah, I shot videos for free for a few months to a year, and then eventually started making money for it. The first person to ever pay me for a video, like in this, like when I came back from overseas, they paid me like $40, and it was for like a little clothing video, and I was like, oh shit, and to me that was a lot of money. I was like, shit, like.
Hell yeah, shit, to start off too, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I was like $40, like.
I remember the first, so whenever I first got monetized on YouTube, I remember I was excited to tell my wife that I made 8 pennies. I'm telling you right now, it makes it, I'm telling you, like, obviously it doesn't sound like a lot, right? Yeah. But like, a fucking kid's dreams, like, oh man, I can't wait to get monetized and get money. 8 pennies to me, dog, is like, it was $1 million, like it was $1 million, because it just gave me more inspiration to keep, creating. I haven't created a fucking video in a long ass time. So to come back, still monetize, and possibly fucking blow up with this one. And at the same time too, it's not, I don't even want to blow up in that type of way. It's just like, I have fun doing it. Yeah. It's not a job, how you say, just having fun doing it and just getting paid for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you do in life, you got to keep in mind. And as I've traveled along this journey, like, I start to discover things about the journey, and I start to take mental notes, and it's weird because I start to develop my own quotes too, just based on my experiences, my lessons, and things that I've done. And I go on Twitter and I just tweet them sometimes, because it's just like, I don't know, but one thing that I think everyone should understand is free work leads to paid work if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, do it. That's how I was able to work for Bradley Martin.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, he did a couple of shoots with Bradley Martin. He was like, I remember him coming into to the chow hall one time. He's like, hey, I got something to tell you. And like we all sit down, and our boy from fucking shows up, and he's like, y'all know who Bradley Martin is? And I had no idea who this was. And I'm just sitting here, I was like, man, who the hell is that? And he's like Bradley Martin pulls up his whole YouTube page, and like I was mind blown. And he's like, I got to work for him not only once, but this was like maybe the third time they've already worked with him. And this was the first time I ever heard about him.
I worked with Bradley Martin. So how it started, I'm close friends. I know Matt is gonna be watching this. So how I got to work with a big brand and a big name, how I got to work with Bradley Martin. I got to work with him because I was friends with a Marine vet. His name is Matt. He's a social media influencer. Shout out to you, Matt. Respect. Me and him were chopping up in Pakistan for a while now. And we just knew that when I came back to the States, we were going to work. And I remember texting him, hey, we're going to work. If the stars align, we're going to work. Just trust in divine timing. You know what I'm saying? And we went with the flow of things, and we linked up. I decided to make a video for him. It was supposed to be a documentary. But the way things turned out, all the footage that I captured, I realized that I couldn't really turn into a documentary. So I owned up to it. I was like, hey, I can't do that, but what I'll do is I'll make this into a dope-ass fitness cinematic video for you. That's exactly what I did. Matt watched it, loved it, posted it, and as soon as he posted it, I kid you not, the night prior, I wrote in my book of affirmations, I am so happy and so grateful Bradley Martin recognizes my work.
Damn.
2 a.m. that same morning, the following day, 2 a.m. in the morning, I get a DM from Bradley Martin, and he liked like my Instagram story or my post. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Man, like,
I was like, what the fuck? And then a few days later, their media team manager, Christian, he reached out to me, and he called me. We were on a FaceTime. He was like, yo, we like what you did for one of our athletes. We wanted to know if you can do something similar to that before our brand. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like on a contract or anything with them, which was cool. I didn't want to be on a contract with them to begin with because, sure, I may be talented in that field, but it's not something that I want to do for eternity. I'm cool with doing it on the side, but I don't want that to be like my number one thing that I do. Okay. But that's how I got to work with Bradley Martin. I did a free video for an athlete, and then Bradley Martin just so happened to see it. So it's just like whatever you have. Like I was telling Ramirez, like, you want to get into acting, like, post and forget. Post whatever. You know what I'm saying? Post your shittiest work. You never know who's watching. Just post it. Because the way social media works these days, it's like, bro, like, all it takes is one dude to see your shit, or one female or one CEO to see your shit, and they'll be like, yo, who is this dude? And then now you're in. You know
I mean, I was telling Gomez earlier, I was like, what exactly should we start making or we start doing, you know what I'm saying? Because people will go in like one direction, like a niche, but I feel like that's just, I feel like people like me, you, like, pretty much our friend group would have more than just like, one thing to offer, we're not just like funny, you know what I'm saying? We're not just like wise, you know what I'm saying? We're not just financially literate, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, when I was like kind of like going through the motions of like, man, what should I create? What can I do? What can I do? It's like, I can't stick to one niche, you know what I'm saying? So for you, Gomez, like, how exactly do you go about like your storytelling? How do you like interpret a lot of different things into your story writing?
Dude, like, whenever like we go through stuff, like, especially whenever we were out there and like out in Southern Jack for like days, like all of that stuff that was like that like absolutely sucked, I turned it into something that was more that's gonna be like more like fictional, and then I make it into a story about how much it sucked. So like one of the scenes, like, and I take a lot of inspiration from video games too. Like one of the scenes that I had written was based on like the second level in Call of Duty Finest Hour, where like you're storming this hill to take this German bunker that's overlooking the city. That was the same mindset that I went into it. Or whenever we were patrolling through and getting eaten up by mosquitoes, and like we just absolutely hated our lives. That was something I'd written to a story about how like our characters were like going through what's it called? They're going to save this town because they had just been attacked by a bunch of insects. In this case, they were spiders. We called them widow weavers, and they were just like huge, annoying. Like the mosquitoes were out there, huge, annoying. Every 5 seconds you were
slapping the shit out of yourself.
But instead of just like having to hit them with that, you're having to hit them with a 50 BMG.
Damn.
like that's a big bullet, and there's thousands of them just hoarding this town, and that's how I wrote it into the story.
So see, that's the thing too, like how I said earlier, like, not just funny, not just smart, not just wise, not just financially literate, not just athletic, but also creative. You know what I'm saying? And that, I feel like that's a very important thing
Yeah.
You know?
I think when you can combine creativity and authenticity, is that how you say it, right?
Authenticity.
Yeah. Authenticity. I think whenever you combine creativity and authenticity, good things can happen. Like what he said, he made the idea for a story came from something that was actually happening in his waking life. But he was able to be creative, right? So that's authentic because it's real. But then he was able to...
It was real, right?
But then
that shit sucked.
And then what he did was he mixed that ingredient with some creativity, and now he has a story. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in anything that you do, if you can figure out a way to strategically mix those two ingredients, good things can happen. Like what I do with this camera shit. Like what I do is so this is how I come up with a music video treatment. My client will send me a song, and then what I'll do is I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna listen to this song for a week. I'm gonna sit on it, I'm gonna ponder on it, and I'm just gonna feel the vibrations of like the drums, the guitar, whatever it is, the strings, the voice, the symphony. I'm gonna feel the vibrations of that, and however I internalize that, however I interpret that feeling, that's when that's how I come up with my idea for the music video, like for Child, right? When Izzy was rapping, I was just getting like I wasn't raised in the hood or anything, you know what I'm saying? But like based on like what he was rapping about, I was able to
like immerse yourself.
Yeah, like immerse myself into it, and then just create these vivid images of how I wanted this music video to be. So I'll write that down into a script or in my notepad, and I would send it to his manager and then send it to my client. Like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Just make sure when you're reading it, you're playing the song as well, so that way you can see what I see.
Would you be interested in going into like the movie business? I would say like Hollywood and all that, but like I don't.
That's what this is.
He's already there.
Really?
That's what this is. I wear this hat because this company isn't just a company. This company is a family. This company, they make movies. I pull inspiration from this company. I've had conversations with the CEO. His name is Edgar Estevez. He's probably gonna watch this because he follows me on Instagram and he's verified.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Edgar.
I've had like 2 or 3 conversations.
Gotta interview him next.
I've had like 2 or 3 conversations with him, and like in all of my descriptions for my videos that I post, I always put like I make movies, or I put popcorn emojis. I honestly feel like I'm making movies now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a videographer. I'm a cinematographer. I don't just pull up, press record like what this is. I don't just pull up, press record, and just hope for the best. I pull up. I bring my lights. I alter reality. I change the way the colors look. I create a mood. You know what I'm saying? And then I press record. And then if I don't like it, I'll press record 5 more times until I feel like we fucking got it right.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between a cinematographer and a videographer. And that's what this company does. They make movies. They shoot for big brands. And no doubt in my mind, I'll be going on set with this company. And you never know. It may lead to other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to go with the flow.
She was gonna make some adult films.
I'm here to go with the flow, and I can't wait to shake Edgar's hand.
Has your wife approached you about that? About if you were to get sucked into the industry working with like OF, because like that's like one of the most like I'm not gonna say it is the most profitable way to make money as
the most, I would say, intriguing.
Because like because like
to say what it is, yeah.
Because if you look like at a lot of the accounts that make like the most money, they're not even cheap, they're free. Like, well, most of the content on there is going to be free, but a lot of it is just previews. If you look at it, it's kind of like the same way a strip club would work. They entice you enough, they pull you in, they give you.
I know.
They give you the free whatever, right?
It's all business.
Because you think of it like this too. If the product is free, no. What's that quote? Damn, I forgot it, but I'm gonna look into it later. But it's like pretty much like, if something you're watching is free, you're the product. They're pretty much building you up. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're probably gonna feel entitled to be, oh no, you know what? Maybe I should pay that. So that $4.99 subscription.
Are you the product or the consumer?
The consumer, but like it's like damn, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, why is porn free? Let's just say it like that. Why is it free? Because people want to watch it, right? Obviously they get more immersed into it. They obviously build some weird fucking thing for it, and then now they start paying for Pornhub Premium. They start paying for OnlyFans. Not only that, they don't just pay for OnlyFans. They pay specific girls that none of the rest of the world, knows. You know what I'm saying? So it is profitable, but I feel like it's a problem as well. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Look, free work leads to pay work.
It does.
Shit need to pay.
And then like you'll see like in like what the thing is that like a lot of like the newer like girls going on to OnlyFans don't understand, like they'll put their prices at like a $10 or $15 subscription, which is already like a lot as it is. If you don't like count the months, you spend 10 months at a $15 subscription, like that's already $150, right? All right, now check this. You got a girl who's got like whose shit is free, right? And she has all of her content posted. Well, she's presenting multiple advantages on why you should already, like, you've already subscribed to her. Like, she already has you hooked like that. And now she's showing you, like, what she's already doing and, like, a brief description of what she has. She has a menu of, like, all of her shit. And, like, you're looking through that menu like, oh, like, what do I like? And then you see what you like and you're like, all right, now I want to see more. It's that I want to see more. Same thing at a strip club. She's already shaking her little thing for you, and you're over there like, I need to see more.
My bad. My
Seals doesn't go to strip
We're
clubs.
gonna have to cut this part out.
Wait, why?
I'm digging in my nose, nigga. What the fuck?
Okay.
I like what you said, because Russ said he made like 94 songs, and like every week he was dropping music for weeks. Every week he would drop one song.
Until something blew up, yeah.
Until something blew up. And then what blew up was Losing Control.
That's a good song.
When Losing Control went platinum or whatever the fuck. Hey, shout out to Edgar for fucking shooting that shit with no budget. Genius. He shot that video for free and it went nuts. When Losing Control went crazy.
You hate Losing Control?
He does. I asked him to play that song one time in the car because he preaches how much he loves it.
I won't play Losing Control.
I don't play that song.
I won't play it, but the video's a masterpiece because the man behind the camera who shot it.
Russ, he likes it. I promise.
But I fuck with Russ. Anyways, when Losing Control blew up, because Russ had so much music like in his portfolio that had already been released all these weeks. They were getting traction, but they weren't getting as much traction. But when Losing Control blew up, what happened was people were like, who is this? Who is this nigga? This white dude with this amazing voice. Like who is this dude, right? So niggas like, who is this dude? And by doing that, they started doing research on him. And then by doing that, they realized that he had music. He had all this music that they had never heard of.
You could probably say the same thing about like Jack Harlow then.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
he's putting on music videos whenever he was in high school and like his
you can
stuff in
see
high school.
literally the glow up from like whenever he did that Lyrical Lemonade. Or was that, is that what it's called? Whenever they like kind of interview him, from like from that point and then till now, making like the Dua Lipa song, the fucking
talking to Drake and shit.
Literally like this is it's amazing how one thing can just change your whole life, and then they'll be like, oh man, this dude's been out, like, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll go to your past and they go to your just hoping more future projects.
And then when the consumer does that, when a consumer finds out about you initially, like what they did with Russ, when they found out about him, they're like, okay, who is this dude? They started dissecting him and looking for other songs. And when they did that, because he had already had songs out, like, now he has a fan base because people are like what you said, like the OF females, they have like a menu, like they have like a table of contents of things that are already there, and it gets you hooked because it's like, okay, well you have all of this that you can provide to me, now I'm hooked. So based on that, that's how he was able to develop his fan base. Because if Russ just made Losing Control and like that was it, he wouldn't have a fan base. Niggas would look for other songs, like, oh, he's a one-hit wonder. But they're like, wait, this dude actually has other songs. They listen to those 5 songs, like, yo, I'm subscribing to him. Like, I like this dude. I want this dude to be a part of my playlist now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's consistent. He's not just a one-hit wonder. So that's how he was able to.
Do you feel like? Damn, I don't even want to bring this up. It's a weird question. Do you feel like some influencers have more leverage than other influencers? If you can,
I know what you mean.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't. I absolutely do not 100%. Like I said, I think when you mix creativity and authenticity, that's when great things start happening. When you mix passion, persistence, and consistency, that's when things start happening. When you mix patience with ambition, that's when things start happening. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are. As long if you know how to do that in a strategic way, you're always gonna win. It doesn't matter about your skin color. It doesn't matter about where you.
That's right, Gomez.
Yeah, it don't matter about where you come from. It don't matter about your background, because some of the doggiest niggas have made it with no college degree. You know what I'm saying? Look at the baby. Look at little TJ.
Eminem.
The baby especially, man. Motherfuckers shot somebody in Walmart.
And like, these niggas got his. The baby killed a nigga.
Yeah, he killed him in Walmart.
We ain't killed nobody. You know what I'm saying? And something like that can ruin your image forever.
Oh no, it didn't ruin his image.
So like, none of that shit matters, bro. Like, social media, social media doesn't choose you. I think if you mix all those things together, like I said, with a game plan, with a mastermind, because you are who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? And you start networking. Yeah, anything is possible. I would have never thought Russ's friend Bugus would follow me. He was verified. I would have never thought Edgar Estevez would have been like, follow. The dude has 100. Granted, it's 100,000 followers on Instagram.
That's a lot of people still. I don't know.
It's a lot of people, but it's like, I would have never thought that dude would just be like, follow me. I got 1,500. Hey, who am I?
That's 900,000 more than I got.
So I think it takes a lot to unlock your phone. Someone sends you a message or whatever, and then you click on their profile just to see who they are. And then because you fuck with them for whatever reason, you go and click that blue button that says follow. You know what I'm saying? So
how would you think that some influencers, or even just anybody, not predicts their demise, but like kind of ruins their public image? Obviously we just had the freaking Johnny Depp and versus Amber Heard trial, and the defamation that Johnny Depp faced. How do you think that affects them personally, and not only that, how does that affect their fan base?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know shit about Johnny Depp and what's her name?
Amber Heard.
I've never heard of her. All I know is I went on YouTube one day, and then I seen like a thumbnail with Johnny Depp in court with some female. That's all I know. I don't know what the whole ordeal or issue was, because quite frankly, the way I go through life like, it may seem selfish, it may seem cocky, but I think this is the way you need to go through life.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, basically. I'm never gonna go through life worrying about another grown ass woman or another grown ass man, because that's wasted energy. Ooh. Like, if I'm worried about what you're doing, right? Johnny Depp don't know who I am.
Not yet.
So not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Manifest that shit.
Not yet.
But Johnny Depp don't know who I am. So why do I need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're pro just worry about yourself?
Yeah, it's like, worry about yourself, bro. Like, worry about yourself, King. You know what I'm saying? Because if you too worried about other people, that's wasted energy. I'm giving energy to you. I'm giving energy to you. But what I need to do is bring all that energy back in and just focus on my path and where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on other niggas. It be dudes that live here, and they be like, dude, did you hear about what happened with Drake? I don't give a fuck about what Drake is doing.
I mean, because if you think about it, it's true. They don't, like, obviously, any one of us can make it, right? But at the same time, too, it's just like, bro, like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really believe in, like, these whole, like, fan bases and communities built around one person. Like, that how do you pronounce it? Ideology? Yeah, sure, whatever. That fucking word. But, like, it's just like, dude, like, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you, dog. Like, imagine that. Obviously, they can inspire you.
Yeah. They can. I'm not. I'm not saying don't take inspiration from them,
Yeah.
but when you start, yo,
You know, like your life revolves around them.
What's that dude's name? Travis Scott, who's dating Rihanna or some shit? Who dating Rihanna?
You talking about A$AP Rocky?
ASAP. See, look, I don't know
A$AP
because I don't care, bro. It's like A$AP Rocky. Twitter is saying A$AP Rocky is cheating on Rihanna, bro. The truth gets lost in the media.
That's
Like,
true.
wake the fuck up. Like, stop worrying about these. And like, I hate calling them celebrities. If you got a blue check, you're not a celebrity. I've literally hung out with blue check people. You're not a celebrity. You wipe your ass, you shit, you cry, and you bleed like me. It's like the
Not
whole
A$AP Rocky though.
It's like the whole enlisted to officer mentality. And when you get around these dudes, you gotta treat them like they're not a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you gotta see them like you're one of them because that's how you're gonna get there.
See, this is why I also don't understand cancel culture. It's because at some point nobody knew who the fuck you were regardless. So why do some celebrities or some idols or whatever the fuck care so much? You know, they literally are publicly guilt tripped to say sorry. Obviously, Dave Chappelle didn't do it. Bill Burr doesn't do it. You know, and these are comedians too. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, dog. Like I just don't. Like your feelings don't get me money. You know what I'm saying? But my authenticity and creativity does.
Yeah.
My entertainment towards you does. You know what I'm saying? That's why like South Park didn't do it.
They don't. They still don't.
They still don't. Like they don't give a fuck. Like nobody. Like no one cares. You know
You shouldn't. And
Yeah.
like I'm not saying you should go through life. Look, this is a real life gym. I'm not saying you should go through life not caring about your image or like how you present yourself. What I'm saying is go through life like do not let outside influences, the news or what she said or what he said or how or what your mom said, don't marry her, you're too young. Don't let any of that shit come into your mind. Don't let that influence your mind. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? For instance, Will Smith. I 100% disagree with Will Smith when he said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Nigga, keep my name in your mouth. You're bringing attention to me.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Would you have slapped Chris Rock?
Fuck no. No, I wouldn't have slapped him. Like, cool. Like, if Jada looks at me a certain way and like go do something about it, no, bitch, you cheated on me. First off,
well, let's take a step back.
It was an entanglement.
It was an entanglement.
entanglement my ass.
It was
Whatever,
an
bitch.
entanglement with August. Okay.
Who's August? You
August-
see, nigga? I'm so disconnected. Like, I don't get. I'm telling
August Alsina.
I don't know who that nigga is.
I don't get. He makes okay songs.
And then the whole Tupac thing too. Like she knew Tupac way before she knew Will Smith too. Didn't she?
I don't know. I just feel like I kind of tuned that one out because they were saying that Willow wrote like diary entries to like wishing Tupac was her dad instead of Will. Not my business. Really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that.
Yeah, your dad's your dad. Sorry.
Yeah,
You can't really choose your parents.
Hey man, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission, anyways.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
I don't
give a fuck about the Fresh Prince.
Yeah. I don't get.
Just kidding, Will. I love you.
I
just find it so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you have all these type of communities. I'm not gonna say which ones. You have all these different type of movements that like if you don't agree with one of them, you're like, or all of them, you're completely fucked in a sense.
What do you mean? You talking about like social
Like,
norm?
yeah, I guess like if you don't please the social normalities nowadays, it's like, oh fuck you, you don't have a voice anymore. I can give a damn, bitch. I can talk the fuck up. I can talk the way I want to.
That's so beta. It's so weird.
It's weird.
It's so sheep. Like it's like, bro, if you wanna stand out, you gotta be outstanding. Like if you wanna be a shepherd, stop acting like a fucking sheep.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about the social norm. If the social norm is to make food for my wife, and
I ain't making her food.
I'm not gonna make her food. If I don't feel like making you food, I'm not making you food.
I'm not making.
Like
He's gonna tell her.
It's like I'm not against it, but like don't force it on me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care about a social norm. I don't.
just don't be a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously respect is respect, and you know what I'm saying. If you disrespect me, just expect, to get an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, just don't be a shitty fucking person. I feel like people like bring their entitlement into like their persona of like, oh, I'm this and that. What the fuck that mean to me? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say it too, but because I don't give a fuck. You got all these fucking movements. Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? We gotta represent. I'm not gonna say which military service just came out with funny little post about that. But how are you gonna tell me that you're gonna treat a certain community equal and respect them, but whenever you don't even treat the ones that don't even associate with that equal with respect, it just doesn't make sense. Like, and I don't even want equality. I want equity. I want the same type of fucking opportunity they have or I have, so that we can all be successful. It doesn't make sense, because if you treat somebody with equality, you're treating them different. I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I give a damn if you're fucking gay. Get that fucking gun up. Like, I don't
be a man.
Be a man. Sorry, not your proper pronouns.
Or a woman.
Or a woman. Or whatever. Fucking, I don't care, dude.
I don't know all the letters of the.
Obviously, this is not associated with SEAL cinematography. Sorry.
Yes, it's not associated with SEAL photography.
This is just us speaking.
But like, I'm not mature enough, like, mentally to deal with that, like, that community, like the LGBT community on a level that's like.
I just feel like even if like. See, because I've met trans people. I've met
we've hung out with them. We literally went to what's it called that bar with what's it called right before we went to go see the movie.
Doctor Strange. I forgot.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, and we hung out with the whatever their name was during bingo night.
Yeah, the drag queen.
Yeah, the drag queen, and
I hung out with a gay dude last night.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like, know him, like,
doing what?
What'd you do last night?
In the vicinity of.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, some of like my best laughs or what have you were from gay people.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with a gay dude or a gay woman. Like,
here's my thing. Here's my view on it, though. It's like, whenever you decide to, this is with everything, though. It's religion, fucking sex, race. Whenever you try to push an agenda down a certain individuals' throats, I'm not gonna take that. I take it as disrespect, because if you want me to respect your views and your ways, you have to respect the fact that I don't want to follow that. Mm-hmm. That it's the shit we just don't do that, dog. I'm sorry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, fucking bi, pan, fucking tree, fucking whatever.
Now that's a conversation about like ethics and morals now, and like, we can apply what you said into the military, but like, I'm not here to talk about the military. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's a whole nother. That's a whole different beast. Yeah. But
that's a beast.
Yeah, I'm speaking as Sincere Shoes.
We're speaking as.
We're not speaking as Marines. We're speaking as our government name.
Damn it! Fuck it! Damn it! We went the whole 50 minutes without you saying.
We got to take that out. I'm not a Marine.
We're not those guys.
Just this one.
But so wait, what were you saying again?
Saying like well, no, you gotta use proper pronouns. No, just they. Sure, fucking whatever. I don't fucking care. A certain community or communities, regardless of what it is, race, sex, fucking gender, whatever, has to, at the end of the day, obviously request the same respect as they would, treat everybody as if you were wanted to be treated. Cool, you like dick. Cool, you like vagina. You like neither. I don't care. At the same time, too, don't fucking tell me you should like dick too, or it's okay to like.
That's what it was about. That's what it was about.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Like, I know it's okay, but I just don't do it.
And I had a special agent. She asked me, "What do you want to do when you get out of the military?" I looked her in her face and I said, "I want to freelance. I want to make videos." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I knew the what. I couldn't articulate the how, and I didn't know the when. And but because I couldn't articulate the how, and I didn't know the when, she thought that I was lost.
So you knew the what and the why.
Yeah. Okay. I knew the what, the why, couldn't articulate the how or when. Because I couldn't articulate those two, oh, you're lost. Go to school. Go to school. Go to school. So she was pushing that agenda down my fucking throat. And what she didn't understand was, by her doing that, it like filled up this pent up fucking beast in me to just be like, nah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna show you that I do not need school, because you're kind or whatever, think that
you
like
smart, educated,
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, like the social norm is to go to college and you need college. Kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
whatever you go by, you don't need college to have value. I think I forget her name. I'm that disconnected. J-Lo? I think J-Lo said that. She tweeted that. She said you don't need a piece of paper. You do not need a diploma to have
validate
to have value, to have a certain level of validation. And I've been doing just fine. And I've never gone to school for this shit. And I'm making videos 10 times better than niggas who have.
See, that's the thing too. Like, I believe in independent studies and research over, like, I guess you could say institutional education. Because you go to college, motherfucker, I'm trying to be a fucking psychologist and philosopher, but I'm over here trying to pass a class that deals with algebra.
Like, how's
I
that
don't
gonna...
do math, nigga. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I want to get into your mind. I don't want to read letters and fucking numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't get me wrong, though, too. The world needs doctors. The world needs lawyers. Cool, whatever. You can go toss those fucking NPCs into your fucking institution. But at the same time, too, the people who are actually awake and know their fucking purpose and are aware of how creative and just universal they can be. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, don't fucking listen to people who tell you to go to college. Yeah, go to college, yeah. How about you take out some fucking loans, too? Get into fucking debt until you're like, bro, like, what, 30 or 40? Yeah, go ahead, do it. I'm not telling you not to, but I'm also telling you, I wouldn't fucking do it.
I think college, like, I'm not here to push my agenda on other people, but hey, whatever works for you, works for you. But I think college is a scam.
It is.
Everyone that I've ever looked up to, 99% of them never went to college. And these are mentors. These are successful, verified millionaires. Never went to college. What's the key though? Like, what is it that they have? No, it's not even about that. What is it that they did? What is it that they're doing? What is their plan? Like, why are they so strategic? What is it about this individual that they were able to achieve that? And I think that's when it comes down to creativity, being authentic, being passionate, like actually loving something and it not ever feeling like work, like what you said, sitting here and just talking. When I'm making this video, and he's seen it, I work harder on sets than I do as a... That's bad.
Said it again. Damn it.
Hey,
we'll blur it out.
Hey, speaking to the mic. Speak to the mic.
You know what
I'm saying? A little closer.
What unit are you with?
No, but like, and he's seen it. And I'm saying that because I've been told that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so passionate about making music videos and altering reality and being able to bring someone else's story to life via visuals. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take what's in someone's mind and to bring it into physical form so that they can always have it tangible and in their hands, and it can just remind them of something that they created. It betters the experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm so passionate about that, it never feels like work. And I think that is how most of these motherfuckers have gotten to where they are. I know you don't like Ryan Garcia.
Fuck Ryan Garcia.
But I don't know.
Fuck him.
I don't know much about Ryan Garcia, but I can almost guarantee you, nigga ain't never been to college.
Oh yeah, no. Floyd Mayweather never went to college.
Why
Floyd Mayweather dropped out of fucking...
Why is he a
elementary
millionaire?
school?
Didn't Bill Gates or Steve Jobs drop out of college? Like, come on now.
One of them. I don't... Steve Jobs? Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
here's the thing, too. It's self-belief and betting on yourself constantly.
Yeah.
That's why, like, whenever we do certain things, it's like, you're not going to fucking beat me. Like, you know, like, you don't understand. Like, I'm cut from a different cloth. And people are like, nah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, too, people don't see the work behind the scenes. They see... You know, obviously, right, I could say fuck Ryan Garcia all I want to, but I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, all we have to see is what we're going to see in the fight, what we're going to see in the performance, what we're going to see in the music videos, the storytelling.
They don't see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, they don't see it.
There's so much.
That's why, like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
But like I as a human being, like I respect him because
you gotta respect his craft, like what he's doing.
Like he's a fucking he's a world championship caliber fucking boxer. He's a social media influencer. I mean, this motherfucker's a millionaire. Why would I hate on his shine? You know what I'm saying? I would hope he becomes a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't understand why people hate on other people because they're not them. No, it's fine.
I'm telling you, bro. That whole hating mentality. Like, if you gonna hate on someone, you're never going to get anywhere. If I see homeboy to my left or homeboy to my right succeeding, I'm clapping. Because the energy you put out into the universe, eventually, it's gonna come back to you. But I like what Russ said. Russ said, self-belief beats talent when talent fails to believe.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to what you said, like being cut from a different cloth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Russ also said, I'm never throwing in the towel when I just use it to wipe the sweat off. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then
Use another towel,
so
please.
another thing you said, no one knows what goes on behind the scenes. And because they don't know that, the public praises you for what you practice in private. Russ also said that. The public will praise you for what you practice in private. So what you doing when the lights are shut off?
You love Russ, God.
Yeah, like when
haven't you seen his forearm?
Yeah, it's like look, I got Chomp 2 album cover tatted right here, and I got There's Really a Wolf tatted right here, and I got Diamond Do It Everyday Music or Nothing symbol tattooed right here, and then I got all these little symbols from Russ's music tattooed on me, and this one, like what you said, bet on yourself.
Uh-huh.
This song cover is called Money on Me, and he talks about betting on himself. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I feel like human beings as a whole are so fucking like perfectly crafted to be something so unique, but they are literally shut down within a system. It doesn't matter if it's the USA, fucking China, Russia, fucking Mexico. I don't fucking care. Anywhere.
Korea. Because you see a lot of those like K-pop stars coming out like BTS, and they're literally the biggest thing on the planet. Like if you've seen any of their like videos, like a lot of their videos are over like 2 or 3 billion views, and you're sitting there like, wow, these guys came out of Korea. Like, why the fuck can't we do that?
Imagine all the unrecognized or undiscovered talent that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously we, talk about the celebrities or like the people who have made it now, but imagine like the next person that's coming up.
You know what sucks? What you just said, not all the undiscovered talent. This is gonna lead us to something completely different, but you know how like we have certain systems in place where you can choose to not let a baby go through its entire cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Or like, for instance, we have a series of unfortunate events that are happening, like dudes, going into schools and causing chaos, right? I feel like if so many of our people weren't like dying, like we could have I think we would be a little bit more advanced, because that seed that you decided to cut and end its life, that little motherfucker could have had the cure for cancer in his mind. 30 years.
We just haven't unlocked it yet. And I don't think it stems.
Hold on. The kid that died, the 10-year-old that died in that school shooting could have been the next Steve Jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I think that we have a lot of. Bob Proctor said, "You see here now we come to a rather strange fact. We tend to minimize the things we can do and the goals we can accomplish, and for some equally strange reason, we think that others can accomplish things that we cannot." But that's not true, because we have deep, things hidden inside of us and reservoirs inside of us, and it's up to you to discover where, like how to bring that out and to find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? And just don't let the social norm or whatever the fuck society is. Like me, I don't watch the news. Ain't nothing on Channel 5 news but carjackings, killings, and shootings. That's bad energy.
It's fear. That's what it is, because fear sells.
Yeah, it's like I don't want, like that's, I stopped watching, I cut the news, and that's why I'm so disconnected. Niggas, still, I don't get 99% of references, bro. I get it, like, maybe I should be watching more movies because maybe it'll give me ideas for certain music videos. I do those things. I'm just selective. But I know if it ain't got shit to do with my purpose, I don't want that shit to enter my ears. Because ultimately, like, what you allow to enter your earlobes and your eyes, your taste, and your senses, it influences your entire life, bro. That's why I listen to nothing but, like, influential music. I don't listen to artists talking about bitches, hoes, and titties, and drugs, and, like, Juice. No disrespect on Juice WRLD. Phenomenal artist. But, like, what he talks about in his music doesn't resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, you know, what he was talking about in his music about.
Yeah, the universe is like a mirror. This is what I think. And it's like, you know, either you can be positive or you can be negative. It's whatever, you know, it's whatever you see it fit, right? But I think that if, obviously you're talking about, like, you know, the people dying and all this. I feel like if there was one agenda I could push, right? You know, but like, I'm pro whatever, fuck, do what the fuck you want, right?
Mental health awareness amongst our kids.
Sure, yeah, mental health awareness, definitely. But honestly, like, a more unified, I guess, unified front, right? You know, where everybody, instead, they put their fucking differences aside, and they just be like, you know what, dog, you like what you like, I like what I like. How about we both help each other become greater? And you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, you know, sometimes too, like, we stop hanging out with different types of friends because they don't want to be great. They don't want to be different.
They want to be average, bro.
Yeah, they want to be average. They want to go out. Don't get me wrong. I love going to clubs. I love drinking. I love whatever. But at the same time too, that in the future is not going to fucking pay my fucking bills. What's going to pay my bills is obviously being fucking just as real as it gets. Get in here, Carlos. But like I'm saying, like, what's going to pay the bills is me believing in myself and me having a literal unit or like a community around me or like friends around me to pursue our dreams. Because you know how corny is it to fucking, how corny does it sound, right? Oh yeah, well we're gonna go live out our dreams then. To the outside world, it's like, these niggas are weird. Like, they ain't gonna fucking do nothing. But to us, it's like, you can do it. Carlos can do it. And then not only that, y'all believe in me. Seb can do it.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck is gonna stop us? Not only that, not only do I believe in myself, but I believe in my homies too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because eventually something's gonna stick, and when it does stick, the people around you are gonna, like, go with you. God, what the fuck what would I do at the top? You know, when I have, like, nobody around me. No, I'm gonna help people come up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about the fucking mountain. I want to see what's on top. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everything. You know, if I could have, like, you know, friends to come up to, of course, dude. But, you know, you have people killing each other, being racist to each other, being sexist to each other, not accepting each other. I don't care, dude.
I like what Russ said. He said, and
staying on this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same shit, right? He said once I make it to the top, I'm sending the elevator right back down to pick up the homies and bring them up with me.
Yeah.
Like, push a button, door opens automatically, step in the elevator, and now you up there with me, type shit.
Because imagine that too, like, I could just imagine too, like, you know, Russ is obviously, you know, a phenomenal artist, right? You know, still growing. But imagine his friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, because his friends are getting inspired by him. I could only imagine his friends being like, man, if homie can do it, you know, let me do some soul searching myself while I'm up here. And what can I offer the world? You know, what can I discover, you know, in the universe? What can I give somebody to inspire them?
He also said, Russ said, if you want to know what your future is going to look like, show me who you hanging with. Like, show me who your friends are. You know what I'm saying? Because you are...
Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah, show me what your friends like. Because you are who you hang with, bro. I'm telling you. If you hang around a bunch of people who read books, you might pick up a book. If you hang around a bunch of thugs and gangbangers and dope fiends, you might become one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? The people, when I go to LA, I'm telling you, bro, I think high school, we graduated with a class of, 500, 600, maybe 800 people? Pretty huge class. Out of that class, only one friend, and his name is Leonardo Fuentes, photographer. You know what I'm saying? Only one friend Me and him, we stay together. We like ice on ice, bro. We stay together.
Ice on ice.
Like, we believe in each other. Like, no lie, bro. We'll go out and, like, you know this is the right person you want to keep around when they don't get, they don't feel offended by your confidence or by you talking about, you know, plans in the future. They don't get offended by that. They support that shit. Like, for instance, there's, and like, you want your friends to be delusional. There's times where I call Leo and I'm like, what up, King? You know what I'm saying? You make $1 million today? And like, we'll joke about that shit because you have to manifest those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I go up to people or like a regular person and I'm like, how's your day going? They're like, oh, you know, another day, another dollar.
Oh,
I get offended by that shit.
Would you say another day, another $1 million?
Another day, another million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get offended by that. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, like what you speak, that shit is real, man.
There's this
But when I'm talking to Leo, that's how we speak. How's it going, King? You know, another day, another million. That's right. How much you making next week? Or like, there's times where, like, one time we went out to eat. He gifted me with like a Cuban link, right? We went out to eat, and Leo was like, bro, if we're gonna go out, the whole crew gonna have chains on. Like, okay, cool. My brother's in the Mercedes. I'm in the Tesla. We all looking dripped out. We go to this place called the Shops in Chino, and I go up to Leo and I pull up my phone, and I'm like, yo, can I get a picture with you? It's nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, of course you can. And like, we just like role playing like he's a celebrity kind of almost, you know what I'm saying? And he does the same thing to me. And I still have that picture on my phone because I want to be able to talk about it in the future. So it's just like, you have to be delusional. Your friends have to be delusional. I'm not saying be fucking weird or crazy, but you have to be like delusional.
I mean, if you think about it too, I mean, the most successful people, like, people thought they were crazy. I mean, think about it. I mean, fucking nobody believed in them. Fucking, you know, Jeff Bezos.
Kanye. That's exactly what
Look at Carlos.
Kanye.
This is Carlos.
I was just trying to find a good spot to hop in and not like just come out of nowhere.
For years.
Bye, Arthur.
For years, people thought Kanye was just like this weird dude.
Have you ever watched the Genius
No, I need
documentary? If you watch his documentary, you'll see that people think he's like absolutely insane and that all the fame is clouded him. It's his divorce. It's because he's on drugs or he's off his meds. He's literally been that way since even before he made all that money. Like, he was been a fucking lunatic for.
See, that's the thing though too.
Ever.
I mean, like, imagine like see, like, you have friends. I think I told Gomez this while we were on the bus back from fucking yeah. And I was like, you have friends, right? You know, that you go out with, you know, you get drunk with, and you know, you want to do all types of like weird shit with, right? But then you have those other set of friends, those good friends, those motherfuckers that like literally tell you, hey dog, what the fuck are we doing? Like, are we gonna create this content or not? Are we gonna shoot this fucking short film or not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they see you want it bad at the same time too. It's like a mirror. Like, y'all see like, all right,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You want to get gains. I want to get gains. Why the fuck we ain't in the gym? You want to make a difference.
Yeah.
I want to make a difference. Why are we doing this right now? Why are we
true?
You know what I'm saying? You know, but people will kind of stay in their environment, but not really be aware, you know, of who they're around. The same thing over like whenever they like tell themselves like, kind of like, oh man, I'm so stupid. Oh man, I'm so this, I'm so that. Do you not understand that like beneath your skin there is something completely like cosmic and universal that like if you dare disrespect yourself, the person inside of you, not the skin, the person inside of you will take that as disrespect because they don't know no better. And that's what he's saying, like positive affirmations. I am a king. I am greatness. I am a millionaire. And I mean I'll be like, you know, obviously right now, but shit, what happens tomorrow? I don't fucking know. We're gonna find out though. What if tomorrow I do get crowned royalty? What if tomorrow I get a fucking $1 million? You know, why not? Why is that? Why in a state of, why in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a choice to feel like, you know how you feel. Why not feel invincible? Why not feel like a king? Why not walk around like, yeah, I'm that motherfucker to fuck with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like what you said. Freaking, I've had this conversation before, and I forget who it was, but like society, they pull out their phones and they praise these celebrities. I may praise Russ, but check this out. I do it because I take inspiration from him, and I know that one day I'm gonna shake the nigga's hand. If I'm gonna listen to a nigga for 7 years, I might as well find and develop a strategical master plan to shake the nigga's hand at least one day out of my life, and it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't say, oh, when it happens. I say, yeah, like it's gonna happen. I live in like this fantasy land in my mind. Like it's toxic, but it's like you have to live that way. You have to wake up every single day in the fucking morning and be like, I'm that nigga. Like literally say that. Like I'm a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I look good. I'm handsome.
Complacency kills, man.
It does kill, and like what we're talking about, like see, like right now, like so before, like I do the work that I do now with you guys, obviously, fucking I was a part of a drill team for 4 years for JROTC. Shout out fucking Westside War Dogs in Albuquerque. For like 5 long years, like 5-6 long years, we had created a dynasty that was like state champions. We were runner-up in the national champions. We went to Marine Corps Nationals. We were runner-up in that as well. And we created this image that was like, ain't nobody in the Southwest region was going to beat us. And if anyone was going to beat us, it was going to be the teams that were at like the Masters level, like the John Jay Silver Eagles. And we collided them. And we were like, you know what? No, someday I'm going to dance on them. I'm going to dance on that fool, and I'm going to dunk on him too. Like Dwight Howard dunk under the leg, like Vince Carter. And we came close a lot of times. Every time we would, whenever we went to nationals, this was our first time going to nationals. We were at the challenge level. As a varsity team with only 9 people, we went in there and we took second. And like, it was our greatest accomplishment. As a freshman, for me, that was my greatest accomplishment. I didn't realize how far that would take us. Now, like, flash forward, like 4 years later, I'm a senior and I'm leaving behind this dynasty. We just came back from state and we took state. I'm pretty sure that year, I don't remember. And like, all of these other teams were looking at us now like,
You took state. You were just too drunk to remember because you got one.
I don't even remember if we did, because like we had been racking in so many wins over the time. Like the teams to beat was either going to be us or it was going to be Santa Fe, who was a military school at the time that was pulling in all of these people like, hey, you're going to do this, whereas of ours was 100% volunteer. So we had maybe 90 kids for an entire class. Like this is like periods like from 0 hour to after school. We only had 90 kids, whereas they had hundreds, maybe even over like hundreds of kids that were just working, that didn't even like really necessarily need to be there, but were there. And we took all these kids and we still stomped on them. Now I'm out of that, and I'm going back and I'm talking to like some of the dudes that still work for the teams that like coach for them. They're telling me like, oh yeah, like the team's bad now. Like team got shut down. It couldn't compete for state because like.
Why do you think that is though?
Because they got complacent. They went in with that mentality. Oh, we're Cibola. We're gonna go in and we're just gonna win because that's what we do. And like for 4 years, my mentality going in there is like, no, we won because we put in the work. We went in during 0 hour. We were up an hour before everyone else. We put in that work. We went into our other classes. We'd go in, practice at lunch. If we had free time during our other classes, we'd go back, put in more work, and then after school, we put in more work. Even on the weekends, we were still out there putting in the work. Like Kobe Bryant, how he showed up before everyone else and then left after everyone else had already left because he was getting in those extra reps. So that whenever the off season came, he had already put in more reps at work before anybody else even got to the off season. Now come our off season, we're still practicing. We were still putting in that work, and then they just put in that complacency like, oh, we're Cibola, we're gonna win. And we didn't leave that mentality behind, because I would check dudes at the door. I would check all the unarmed team too at the door whenever they came through. And I told them too. I know I told Seb this story too. Mm-hmm. I got up on the podium and I stood there. I was like, listen, I got 45 minutes to tell you guys, shoot my spill, give a class. But right now, like, here's the thing. If you guys don't want to work hard, if you don't want that mentality, grab your bag. The door's right there. You can leave. I don't care if we have 90 people left. I will take whatever I can, and we're still going to go to state and we're going to win. And that was the mentality that I had taken. And I wanted to leave that with them, but they didn't have that.
I think because it's construed that a lot of people mistake motivation for discipline. I think the reason why you guys did all that and stayed up all those nights and or whatever, you 2 days, whatever you have it, you did all that because you guys are disciplined, not so much because you guys are motivated. I mean, motivation is, people think that I can't go to the gym today because I don't feel it. I just don't have the motivation. It's not about motivation, dude. People mistake it so often for discipline. All it takes is fucking discipline. All it takes is doing the same thing over and over again. Like you said, getting those reps in, whether you like to or not. You know what I mean? And that's like where I think people have the biggest struggle. It's like they understand and they can comprehend how much work it is going to take to get where they want to be. Like they can see that because they know they've done their own like personal research to know what it is that they want to do, or they're still struggling to find what it is they want to do. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is that they are unable to like discipline their minds to just take that first step towards whatever it is that they want to do. And then not only that, New Year's resolution comes around, fucking January comes around, they take that first step, but then they can't maintain those steps. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just can't be disciplined enough to keep doing it no matter what, and they mistake it because they're like, I don't have motivation. It's not about motivation. Even the greatest of the greats in the world they're not motivated 100% of the time, Like it's just like they have horrible days.
And I think BoJack Horseman, if you guys have seen the show, there's like
I haven't. I want to.
There's this scene where where he's going running and he absolutely hates it because like his whole life he's like never really had to had to do like anything like super like physical aside from his work as an actor, because that's what he did. BoJack Horseman, he was like this famous actor, right? Throughout the show, he's like he's doing all these drugs, having all these wild parties, and then he's like he keeps saying I want to change my life around because I keep destroying everything around me. So we start getting into like the seasons where he is like trying to put in the work to do better, but he's still doing real shitty things to his friends. There's this scene where he's running, right, and he like stops to take a breath, and another dude is like running. He's like, don't worry, it gets easier, but you just got to do it every day.
That's the show with
the horse.
No, what's the actor's name?
I don't know what the fuck is that.
It's like it was like a show on Adult Swim. It's a really good show.
Breaking Bad. The guy that plays. You ever watched Breaking Bad?
You talking about Heisenberg, Walter White?
No.
Bryan Cranston?
No, his sidekick.
Jesse?
Yes.
Jesse, yeah.
Isn't Jesse the one that plays BoJack Horseman?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, I've talked. I was just wondering.
But
a good actor.
I live Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was filmed in my hometown. I was right down the street from him. Posting past by every day. And it was weird because like we'd have like I always get that question because like I'm from Albuquerque and people are like, oh my god, so like Breaking Bad is it real? I was like, you don't want to know how real it is. El Pollo Loco, yeah, it's a real place, but they have
no way.
It is, but like,
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a real place, but not only is it a real place, it's not only in Albuquerque.
Oh wait, no. El Pollo Loco is. No, that's a real place. I thought you were talking about. No, the one in the show is called Pollos Hermanos.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
But it's like a rip off of that.
But like I got other places like that too, and like Phoenix, and it's like not that big of a deal. And then like we get all these tourists that come to Albuquerque that are on the bus, and they're just like, oh my god, so like, do they really make drugs out here? It's like, girl, like drugs ain't even the least of your worries out here. We're number one in GTA, we're number one in teen pregnancy, we're 48 in education, and you want to ask me if that's the biggest of our problems? No, it's not. It's literally carjacking and missing people. We're number 2 on the missing people's list, and then Gallup, which is another city, not even. You
sound like a news reporter right now.
Bro,
like you just know all the fucking stats.
It's so weird. Here's the thing too. Like it's so weird how different like all of our fucking like homes are. Because obviously, right, you're from Albuquerque. I'm from Houston. Where are you from again?
I'm from Idaho.
Idaho. He probably has never seen any of that shit. I mean, there's probably no,
not really.
You know, like it's so weird, but like it's amazing how we can all come together and be on one stage and like just talk about it. It's just weird.
Destiny.
Exactly. But would you have ever thought, right? Obviously you being from Albuquerque and fucking being around probably so much shit, but you to be so creative in your storytelling. Would have ever thought?
What, that I'd be writing stories?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, something you would.
I'm gonna have a soldier of the song on the street someday. Just wait.
Oh Jesus! Don't do that.
It's gonna be like that because like right now, I literally have a story called Sun Ave, and that's the street that I grew up on, and it's based on my mom's life. So like the story that I was writing called it's called Sun Ave, but the original title for it was called A Remarkable Untitled Story, or Us.
Can I ask you a question? Before you even put pen to paper, what's going through your mind, and then at the end of it all when it's done, like from start to finish, how do you what's your personal organization
for
your mind?
I've done it a couple of ways. So for whenever I started writing whenever I started writing that story, what inspired me to start it was my mom, because that story is going to be mostly based on, like, loosely based on her life and the experiences that she went through. Because, like, she'll get drunk sometimes, and like she'll start spitting the truth to me about how horrible, like, my other side of the family was to her. And then like my dad, like, when he gets drunk, and like I'll ask him about that, because like I want to know, I want to know the truth. Like, that's all a kid wants to know is the truth. Yeah. And whenever you ask him about it and they start challenging you start putting all the pieces together, you start getting this idea, like,
so you're kind of using like your family's stories to kind of help you start building like what it is this story is going to be about. It's like using inspiration from them. Because
like if you look at like the life that you lived, and you start hearing the stories that led up to like before you were born, like you hear some of the most wildest things. Like you were born on the border. I know you told me that. I know you told me that before. Like,
that's true.
Like, think about the journey that your mom took to get there, and how that would present itself as either like a film or a story or like an animated TV series. Like, that is gonna like that's gonna open up the whole repertoire of how you want to write it, and then it's gonna look at it.
It's like the more personal, the better.
Because like I feel like stories should be personal. Like, that's why there's so much success in a lot of animes, because some of them are super personal. Like a silent voice, that is 100%. There's no way that the authors who went through in writing that did not have like some type of personal like tie to that made them want to write it. Or
what about fantasy, like Attack on Titan? Like, what kind of personal story could be? What kind of person could have lived anything close to giant humans eating other little humans?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
You can take like I don't know, like, think about it. The Hills Have Eyes, the movie, is based on a real event.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
no, it ain't, nigga.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So I mean, you do mean tell me that hillbilly ass niggas out there with five eyes and weird ears?
Yes, that you know, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know
I know that one's real.
It's based on a real dude, but he lives in Wisconsin, actually.
Yeah, he lives in Wisconsin.
They just added a chainsaw to Texas Chainsaw, bro. Texas Chainsaw, the chainsaws for the movie, but him like ripping people's faces off and wearing them and using
like whenever they like had discovered his house and shit, like all
like people's like skulls as bowls and shit.
Real life shit.
It's wild.
I mean, like I know we talked about it earlier about like the writing method and thing. Like, we were out in the field, right, getting like bit up by mosquitoes and shit, right? And I was over there like every 5 minutes. Your mother, and like just slapping my hands like every 10 seconds, like fighting off these hordes of bugs. Now, me being like, you know, who I am.
I already know where this is going.
Like, I started writing into a story, like, all right, I'm getting eaten up by bugs, and it's me and like, it was me and like 3 other dudes fighting all of these bugs, right? If you expand on that, what I had written into the story was, all right, so our party goes in to save this town because they're being attacked by hordes and hordes of spiders. And these aren't just like, you know, your everyday like little fucking like house spiders. These were like huge. Like, you ever see the movie Eight-Legged Freaks? No. Great movie. It's not a great movie, but it's great. There's only one good scene in it, and it's with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. What happens in that scene?
She get webbed up by a spider.
Jesus Christ.
So much white stuff on Scarlett Johansson.
She's like she just got out of the shower. She just gets webbed up by a spider, and like everyone's like,
it's cool.
Like, if you hadn't seen that like as a kid growing up, like you wouldn't get it. Like, that was like one of her first like
breakout roles.
Like breakout roles. I don't want to say breakout roles, but it was one of her roles that I saw that was like kind of like minor.
I see.
But like ever since then, I was like, I knew who she was before she was an Avenger. All right, I knew who she was before she was a Black Widow. All right, before that,
I've seen her in Don John, so
she was getting webbed up.
Don John, bro.
So here's the thing too, like about obviously I'm not gonna say, you know, personal experiences, right, or like, you know, traumas or whatever, but I think a lot of people who like go through some shit, right? Obviously, being from Albuquerque, being from Idaho. Where are you from, Seals?
Pomona.
I'm from South Georgia, LA.
Oh, gang member. No, you know, me being from Houston. You know, you have a lot of people obviously like that will build a mentality of like victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, if you kind of know where I'm going with this, like obviously, me and Carlos had a conversation while we're in the field about mental health and mental trauma. Know, how exactly can we combat that? You know, to bring, I guess you could say, a solution. into seeing how people think and why they think that way.
Well, when it comes to our kids, it's like they wanna know what their purpose is, and they don't have that right outlet to get it out. Like for me, it was music. Like I played piano and I wrote a lot, and that's like all I did was play music. Like I played piano, or like I'd always be like hanging out with like all the orchestra dudes, like every once in a while, or I'd be in like I'd be with the drill team, getting them extra rep-ins, because like that's what I wanted. That's what I felt my purpose was. If like you don't discover what your purpose is, like as a kid, like going forward, or if you don't get that help to discover, like giving you all these like little outlets on what you think is going to be your purpose, then like you're going to suffer because of it. Like my sister like was in AYSO and like AJO, like had all of these like great aspirations to go on to be in like in orchestra and go and do all these great things, but she allowed like so many other things to happen to her. She went into the women's mental health hospital, like had her whole spiel. Like she's older than me, but I graduated high school first. Like she's older than me, but I've already started my career.
See, that's where I wanted to go. It's like, people will go through certain things, but then use that as an excuse to not become their best self. So I understand, obviously, because me personally, right, I'm a fucking victim of like sexual abuse, neglect, and child abuse, right? But at the same time too, my other sibling, my sister, has the same trauma, but she's not where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm not gonna say like I'm better than her, but I'm farther in my life than where she is.
But I think you're able to, because you know her and your family, you've seen her highs and you've seen her lows, and you can definitely tell that, like, where you guys are at different spots. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing about like that's my like always long life question is like, why do people choose, even like from the environment they're from, why do they choose, whether or not to be good or bad?
Yeah, like why can't you just wake up in the morning and decide, oh fuck this shit, I'm gonna kick this thing's ass, or I'm not gonna let this bring me down any farther. I have this story that I've been working on for years, and it's this it's like this kind of personal story that I went through. It's about mental health, but it's also more so about what you talked about, which is like being a youth and how finding what it is, your purpose, what that purpose is for you young, and how that can affect and how that can stress people out. And I think that's why people don't find it so soon in life, is because as soon as you're starting to get to the close of like your high school education and you're about to graduate and you don't have an inkling of an idea what you're gonna do, bro,
you're shut down.
You're just boom. Your mind's just like, fuck, I'm fucked. Life's over. Like I can't fucking do it. Like
you forget what you want to do.
Because all my friends are going to college, and this person's doing that. This person's doing that. This guy's got a family. This guy's doing this, and I'm just at home with my parents. Like I lost.
And here I
like
am.
That's what it feels like, bro.
Fuck what other people are doing.
That's what it feels like. But like you see,
they're seals.
I think most of the time though, there are the exceptional few that can really, truly find what they're put on this fucking earth for young. But for the rest of us, they switch majors, they join the Marine Corps, they try. No, for real, bro. Like this isn't a bad route. I'm
that
just
shit
trying
was
to
a
say
mistake.
that this is temporary, For
He said
us,
it. He said it.
It felt like it was like, honest to God, it felt like it was never gonna end. But now that we're getting to our last year, it's over, and what's next for us? You know what I mean? Like this was not, regardless if we chose it, this was not permanent. Just like the same way someone chose this major to do teaching, but now they're switching it to fucking business. You know what I mean? Like there's very exceptional few that find that purpose to be on this earth at that young of an age. And we see that and we idolize it and we say, wow, he made it, they made it, they're doing it, they're living their dream, or they're making they said what they're gonna do. And now the pressure's on because we don't feel like we're performing well. And Seal says it all the time. You say everybody's journey is fucking different. My favorite actor, one of my favorite actors of all time, his name is Christoph Waltz. He was in Django. That fucking...
Oh, fuck, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
he had his breakout role a few years before that in Inglourious Basterds at the age of 50 years old.
Wow.
You know what I mean? 50 years old is when he hit that top tier fucking status, bro. And he'd been acting his entire life. Like, everybody's journey is different, but
That's
people don't
insane.
recognize that at
crazy.
such a young age, the pressure for teenagers is fucking on, whether we remember it or not. And that's what I was telling you guys about the story that I've been working on for years, because I want to really make it personal and pull every ounce of fucking pain that I had in that time frame. But the further and further I live, the harder it gets to remember. You know what I mean? That's why it's taking years. But literally, I've been working on this movie and writing it out since 2018, and I still haven't finished it.
I mean, even
But it's
now, like, I still feel the pressure because, like, ever since, like, because, like, my dad didn't really come back into my life until, like, my senior year in high school, or, like, yeah, like, my high school, like, came back, like, for a little bit during my freshman year, and then bounced back again to go be with his baby mom and his 4 little sisters. Like, hey, take care of my little sisters, or it's your ass, like, literally. So my senior year comes, and it's always, like, you need to do better, you need to set up the role model for your sisters, and I was like...
Pressure's on.
And, like, pressure's on. And
See?
then, even now, it's still, you still need to be that role model for your sisters. And I be talking, like this job, like, it's... I don't want them to go through what I had to go through just to even make it in life. Because even now, like, I'm paid $250 an hour, work 80 plus hours a week. I always get to eat at the chow hall, and even if I do get to eat at the chow hall, food's not even cooked. Raw chicken, undercooked veggies. And, like, I'm
Taking care of us like shit, man.
Yeah,
and I'm
saying.
bringing my morale down.
And what am I doing? I'm still eating it.
Say that again.
Hey,
Say that louder.
and even then, hey, timeline, hey, basketball court's 30 minutes. Can't even finish your food.
Yeah.
Even whenever
It'd be like that.
And I be telling my sisters all the
Yeah.
time, I was like, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you fucking love what you're doing. And I told them that, I was like, I don't care if you go to college, I don't care if you join the military. My dad pushes them all the time. Go to the college. Or if he tells them like that too, and you tell them to their face, like, either you're going to college or you're gonna join the military like your brother.
God damn.
I don't like that.
And then,
That's so
like,
extreme.
and then like
We're out there.
And then like with me, like with the new way that like society is changing, you don't need to be in the military to be successful or to even go to college to be successful. Like
Look at this guy.
Look at
this guy. He learned everything. Like
I'm
that's
telling-
that's the most impressive thing about him. Honestly,
learned
guys.
everything
So
off of YouTube, and then got in trouble with our
And-
boss. He's just like, hey, you gotta take the videos down.
Man, eat a dick, nigga. I would have told him that. They ain't taking shit down.
I never took them down. They're archived.
But
Get
like,
out.
like
I don't have
going,
access.
Post 'em.
They're private. I can't. I don't have access to that email anymore.
he lost it.
It's there. It's just don't have access to it.
And like even now with my sisters, and like I'll take them out, and like we'll all go get like ice cream, and I'll be like, hey, like let's go for a ride, like being the big brother that I am, because like I want to have the same relationship with them that I have with my older sister Olivia, because like she and I, we grew up together, like we was in the trenches together, like she went to the Women's Health Hospital, like I was homeless for like maybe a month because I couldn't go back home because my sister wasn't there, like I did not want to go back home. So now I want to be there for my little sisters because like my dad, like his baby mama, like I don't want to say she's crazy because she went through a lot at 16 because of my dad. My dad at the time was maybe like 23, 24, messing around with that girl at the time, who's now like 32, has no business even like talking to her now. But like I'm the only one positive role model that's in their life. Like my grandparents are still in that old school, like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Rub some dirt on it. Get up. When we don't understand that, like, we're not pushing like that mental health awareness. I be telling my sister all the time, y'all got something to talk about, tell me. I don't care what it is. It could be boy problem, it could be girl problem.
This what we're doing right here is the simple fix to fucking mental health. I kid you not, bro.
I feel like also, because obviously growing up, my dad was very strict too. He always said that you need to hurry up and figure it out. Obviously being a teenager going through all those type of things, I hated boxing, dude. I fucking dreaded it.
Really?
As amazing as I am at it, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no, but I fucking
Your ass, Ryan Garcia.
I fucking hated it. It was until one day it just everything clicked, and it was like, damn, like maybe I don't hate it anymore. Maybe I actually love it. But the thing is too, like, whenever your parents tell you to hurry up and figure it out, are you gonna go to college? Are you gonna go to the military? What are you gonna do? You can't just stay here. It's not unnecessary pressure, but it's like I can't even describe how I felt as a teenager to be like, damn, like what the fuck am I gonna do? And even before too, like I remember one of my passions was actually making YouTube videos. But at the same time too, it was kind of like I was scared to be myself around my parents, or especially around my dad, because like I didn't even know fully, because in his eyes making YouTube videos wasn't like good. Boxing was like a plan B. Plan B. He wanted me to have a college degree. Plan A, be a doctor, be a lawyer, go be a police officer or something that is like stable. But the thing for me is like I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like, I'd rather throw like how I told Steels earlier. I'd rather throw caution into the wind and just
crazy.
Huh?
You know what's crazy? Like I like what you said. Like growing up, my parents told me the same shit, but never once did they say, be a businessman, be a business owner. Go buy a camera and hope for the best. Take a risk. Become a celebrity. Everything that my parents have pushed on to me, it's been good. You know what I'm saying? It's what made me to the man that I am today. But
it was never like take a risk.
Yeah, it was never take a risk. It was do what's safe. Go be a police officer. Go do this because that's what was passed down to them. To be average, to choose a check over equity. You know what I'm saying? Security, safety. I'm here to say fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Because what's really the whole point of like being safe? You're not gonna die with their money. I could give a fuck if I have like trillions of dollars in the bank. It'd be great, trust me. But tomorrow's not promised.
People need to think about that too.
Like, I feel like my purpose really is just to tell people like, dude, I don't know what the fuck it is you want to do, but at the same time too, whatever you do, I believe in you. It's kind of like an enabler. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to tell people like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about your past. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like obviously, like respectfully, I don't give a fuck about your past. I don't care whoever doubted you, hurt you, whatever. You rocking with me now, and I'm telling you like this. I believe in you. I believe in myself. I believe in our cause. If we are blessed with tomorrow, we're gonna do it again and again and again until fucking one day it either sticks or it doesn't. Until we fucking die. It doesn't matter, because if you could change one person's world, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that.
I don't ever want to figure it out, because I think
there's no point.
Yeah.
Once you figure it out, you might as well die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't ever want to get to a point to where I think that I have it all figured out.
I think
because Gary.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut your ass up.
Gary V said Gary V on a podcast or on one of his little Instagram snippets, they had this same conversation about, like, someone was like, do you think that at a young age you should have everything figured out? And he gave this like exceptional like response, and he was like, what the fuck? You know, Gary V cusses a lot.
What the hell?
What
the fuck?
Yeah,
are you fucking stupid, bro?
No. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, who the fuck's telling you that? He's like, my mom. It's like, how old is your mom? She's like 40. What does she do? She does this. He's like, you got parents saying figure it out, and they don't even have it figured out.
Oh man, that hits home, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
that hits fucking home.
They're figured out. Everyone's definition to figuring it out is different. Their figuring it out could be like my dad. He's a bus driver. He gets paid minimum wage, and he's an average person.
Also works for the city.
He works for the city.
He's a truck driver.
He has it figured out. Me, nah, bro. That's not figuring it out for me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I was gonna say that's settling.
Yeah, that's settling.
Like,
that's safe. That's security. But he does have 7 kids. Everyone's life is different. Everyone's journey is different. But me, nah. That's not figured out for me, bro. That's not figured out for me. And I'm not gonna tell my kids to go to the military or go to college,
because I feel like that's disrespectful to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like how I said earlier, human beings are so fucking like unique. They have something to offer, whatever it is. Fucking storytelling, cinematography, fucking writing short films that, you know, come from the soul. You know, there's something for everyone. And not only that, it's something that we can all share with each other and give each other like perception from, like, you know, like artists. You know how they paint. That is a literal point of view from somebody else's mind and soul. That is a piece of them that you can see. It is a piece of storytelling. There's a piece of cinematography. It's a piece of fucking even more storytelling, but through cinema. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's like that pressure at a young age. Like you said, it's not like it's unnecessary, because it is there. We are raised in the United States from a very young age to have our hand held. There's a schedule for our day. We wake up, someone tells us to brush our teeth, and then someone tells us to stop shitting our pants. We learn how to stop shitting our pants. We grow up. Someone tells us this is how love is, this is how marriage is, this is what life is like. And then when we get to that point in our life, do they teach us taxes in the fucking U.S. in the school system?
Yeah, they should.
Do they teach you how to do anything in life? Do they teach you how to...
No, but they should.
Do they teach you what an interest rate is, what an APR rate is?
But they should.
Teach you any of that shit? No, they teach you math, and they teach you chemistry, and then
Stupid shit.
they hold your hand, and then they say, what's your plan?
Run.
What's your
Yeah,
plan?
what's your
You know
plan?
what I mean? But here's the thing that I want to bring up to you. So it's like the thing that Gary Vee said. I like hearing about your guys' dads because me personally, with my dad, he's been through 2 divorces now. Okay, he works, but he's also in hell, and he makes a lot of money, but he's also in hella debt, right? And that was when I graduated high school. So he would never tell me that you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that. What he did tell me was, what he did teach me, I would rather say, is those grown man rules. My dad taught me what it was like to buy a car. My dad is the one who taught me how to do taxes. My dad is the one who taught me what to do when the car breaks down. What if it's smoking, it could be this. If the tire, if this is that. If the tire treads are this, it could mean the line is bad. My dad taught me those things. You know what I mean?
What he offered you was wisdom through experience.
Yeah, exactly. Did he offer me his opinion? Never. Or suggestion? Because this is
just not an opinion.
But here's the thing: he would do neither because he knew that he didn't have it figured out. At his point in his life, he's like, "Who am I to tell you, my son, what to do?
That's
If
transparency. That's
I cannot
authentic. I
even
like
figure
it.
it out myself."
Yeah.
He told me one time when I graduated high school. He said, "This is what I'm going to offer you. I'm going to take you on a road trip, and we're going to go down to the place where you were born, and I'm going to tell you a few stories. I'm going to show you where you were born. I'm going to show you where we lived. I'm going to show you all these things, and then when we come back, from the start of your life to now, what seemingly seems like the end." I want you to decide what you want to do and understand that no matter what, you always have a home with me. You always have a home with your mom. You always have a home back home no matter what happens. And then he said, go for it. I gave it 3 months. I went to college for 1 month and I hated it, dropped the fuck out. And then I worked for like 2 months just doing nothing. And then I joined the Marines. You know what I mean? But it was because of that I was able to just like say fuck it and do something that, dude, nobody thought I was gonna make it back from boot camp. Nobody. When I told people I was going to boot camp, they're like, this nigga. Like when I came back, they were like, "You fucking made it." Like that kind of reaction is what I got from family.
See,
you know what I mean?
it always seems crazy until you do it.
Exactly.
That's fucking weird.
Exactly. Something
It
as
always
simple as
seems
this.
fucking crazy.
It always seems loony and it seems like it's not gonna work. But like that's just the point I'm trying to make is like
Even if this one doesn't even go well, it's just
Yeah.
like, damn, it kind of plants that seed like in all of our heads. Is like, damn, this motherfucker's doing it. Hold on, wait a sec.
people walking
Yeah.
around.
I don't know about y'all, but like there's times where I'm walking from the chow hall or walking to the restroom. I look in the mirror or I'm just by myself. There's time where I'm having conversations with myself and like I'll literally say things like, "Man, these niggas don't understand. These niggas don't know what's coming for them next year." Or like I'll see a post on Instagram and I'll get inspiration from it, and I'll be like, "Nah, that shit ain't me though."
Yeah.
Like I wasn't the one that recorded that video. Or like I'll see something and I'll be like, "But these niggas are not ready for next year." Or I'll start thinking about like when I EAS and I verbatim I'll be saying like, "Nigga, it's game over for these niggas. It's game over."
My dad so this is one of the things that my dad told me. He's like, when he was in jail in solitary, he said, "I had all the books, I had all the plans, I had everything figured out. Even if I didn't." He says the only one thing that was holding me back, and I was like, "What was it?" He's like, "The fucking cell." And he was like, and I was just like, "Well, no shit, huh? Yeah, fucking solitary." He's like, "But guess what?" I was like, "What?" As soon as I got out, that's the exact moment I changed my fucking life. My dad is a fucking ex-felon. He was acquitted of manslaughter, acquitted of fucking, I was acquitted for extortion. I'm telling you, that I probably never, my dad's my hero type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way an individual can do so much planning, but like the action of executing a plan and being so disciplined in doing it and believing in oneself is amazing. My dad has like, I have like 4 siblings. He has a beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? He has a nice home out of the hood in the suburbs. Not gonna say where, obviously, but fucking, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't made for himself to the point where I can tell him, damn, Dad, like, Dad, you did it. Like, I tell him all the time, like, hey, I'm fucking proud of you, by the way. Like, you fucking did that, from being this fucking grade S tier fucking drug lord down to the bottom of fucking solitary confinement in a prison system to an actual fucking, I guess you can call it, American dream, American made or Mexican American made, man.
It just
Oneself.
Yeah,
Gotta believe, man.
it just it goes to show like fucking. Let me get this bill right here. So, freaking somebody. His name is I'm just gonna use this as an example, but his name is Meech Speaks. Right?
Meech Speech?
He's a Marine. He may actually he might not see this because he follows my fitness account, or he may follow this. I don't know. But anyways, he's a Marine. His name is called Meech Speaks on Instagram, and he gave this example to a bunch of Marines, and he said, "You see this dollar bill? Like you are this dollar bill. But if I crumble this dollar bill up, if I put it on the ground and I step on it, you know what I'm saying? If I throw it in the mud and spin it around the mud, guess what? At the end of the fucking day, it's still a dollar bill. It still has its value. You can clean it off, dry it up, and still go buy something with it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see yourself like this dollar bill. You may be flawed, you may make mistakes, but at the end of the day, you still got value. Like you're still intact.
You're just
so it's like your dad. It's like he was his dollar bill. He got a little dirty, you know what I'm saying? But over time, started washing it off. You know what I'm saying? And he restored it back to its original form. And now he's out. This is him. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I go through life. And I think just being able to have all these analogies and scenarios to go off of whenever you're down bad, it's what keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? So
failure is the best teacher, man.
That's his first 100,000.
yeah, it is. Yeah, this is my first 100,000.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. No,
I appreciate it.
Now you got 900.
Failure truly is the best teacher, though, man.
no one is.
You cannot be afraid to fail. It's so shitty because even I say that, but that's the biggest worry in my man.
To fail is to learn.
But to repeat the same mistake over and over again.
So you gotta try different things.
No, I'm not talking about that. But,
Talking about-
I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about knowing that what you're about to do isn't beneficial to you, but then doing it again. Like you said, that victim mindset. That's what happens. You know what I mean? That's why people don't get out of that rut. It's because they recognize they're making a mistake by doing this. By, a lot of people, like, music can be a great thing, right? But it can also be a bad thing. A lot of people, when they're sad, they listen to that song that they listen to with their ex. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, I love that song. But if you just stop playing that fucking song, maybe it'd help you move on faster.
Losing control is what I hate that shit.
All bitches love that shit because back in the day, but that's what I'm trying to say is like you can make mistakes, but if you repeat those same mistakes, and this doesn't, you're
just
holding yourself back.
Yeah,
pretty
much. If you don't you don't learn from that.
Catch this bitch. Watch.
They say when you are sad, you understand the lyrics. When you're like, I forgot how to go, but I think when you're sad, you interpret and you dissect the lyrics. And then when you're not sad or whatever, you just like vibe to it. But that I don't think that's true. Because there's times where I'm just like I really fuck with the lyrics, and I'm trying my best to understand it. Because I'm trying to pull something from what they're saying. I know I can use that and apply it into whatever I'm doing in my life. There's so many gems like in music, and niggas just be letting the wrong, like, people need passcodes on their ears, bro, because they be letting the wrong shit inside of their earlobes. It's like, you need to let positive shit inside of yours, because when you do that, that's when everything begins to change for you, like everything.
I think it's like that's one of the things I listen to in the gym. It's not rap. It's not really rock. Really, it's like fucking
Go Hongo and Super.
Yeah, like you can ask Gomez. I listen to some wild shit. Like I'm talking like Dragon Ball Z, inspirational fucking
That's
Naruto,
dope as fuck, man.
fucking all types of shit. I'm talking like weird. It's weird to them, right? It's weird to people, but to me, it's like no, fuck that. Like, why wouldn't I want to listen to somebody going fucking Super Saiyan 2? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I fucking want to hear or see somebody leveling up to achieve more fucking greatness?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
I'm sick of that soppy sad boy shit where people are like,
Man, fuck that. Get that way. Get the fuck out.
They go, I'm going to the gym to feel with the pain. I'm just, shut the fuck up.
Be a man. Get that fucking gun.
Be a
Get
man.
that-
Lift it
yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking. What's the guy from Dragon Ball Z? Super Saiyan dude.
Super Saiyan. Goku?
Yeah, Goku. Thank you.
Do you even yell it though? Like,
In the gym?
Yeah.
No, fuck no. In my head, here's the thing too. Whenever I'm in the gym, it's just like
It's all
you can ask Carlos whenever I lifted those dumbbells. I take myself to a place where it's like I allow myself to be free of judgment. Obviously, that weight is fucking heavy. It is. But in my mind and in my soul and in my body, it's just like, bro, like either you get the fucking weight up or you just be a bitch. You know, like if you want to be great, you're gonna want to fucking do this. You're gonna have to do it. Ain't no fucking I'm gonna try, bitch. You're gonna do it. And if you don't do it, well, you're fucked. You're not gonna be great. And guess what? Atkins didn't do it, but I did it for 4 times. Atkins didn't do it, and I did it 4 times. 100 dumbbells. I used to be a weak body. You talking about fucking 400 pounds per fucking arm, fucking incline dumbbell pressing that shit. Did it 4 times. Atkins didn't even do it once.
It's funny because like you were talking about the Dragon Ball stuff. One of the first or second runs that we did out here, we were getting slayed. Like it was bad. Like we were practically sprinting the whole time, and then we get to the turnaround point. We're going back, and then like,
are you talking about like the Kaioken shit?
Yeah, and like this dude takes the fuck off. Like whoever was in front of us just takes the fuck off, takes everyone else with them.
PT?
Yeah. PT.
Oh, you must be third between us, right?
And and like me being like what I do is like as my job is a tail now in the back. Like I stay in the back and I get niggas back up to the front. Like that's because I gotta keep all my dudes in the fight. So like I'm in the back and like all my dudes are still in the front, and then I look over at Sid and I was like, now I'll show you the Kaioken.
Honestly, it's corny what it sounds like, but it's like a fucking alter ego. It's like you're elevating your mindset just by saying words. You know what I'm saying? Like him, obviously this nigga's not gonna fucking glow red, right?
Yeah.
But in his mind and in his soul, it's like, nah, watch, I'm about to level up on you, bitch. And
the way that my running form changes, the way that I move my body as I'm running, all changes. I'll go from like this relaxed state to now I'm cupping the air and pushing it back. Like my feet are moving way faster than they were before because I'm hunting now. I am on the prowl to get what I am after. I am killing niggas.
A lot of just like physical activity is all mental, man. People don't understand it. I hate when people fall out and they're not sweating, or people fall out and they're not.
I feel like it's more than just
breathing.
mental too. Like it's not obviously physical does it, but like mental and like spiritual, like man.
If you don't feel good, man. If you don't look, what's that saying for the
look good, feel good, do good.
Look good, exactly. That's the same thing applies for any physical exercise. Like if you don't feel good going into the exercise, you're just not gonna perform well. The first time I went to go hit legs after a month, I was like, God, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be shit. And then sure enough, it was the worst workout I've had this entire fucking year.
It depends. That depends because there were times in the Bahamas where me and my boy Marco Espinal, we get completely fucking obliterated, and then wake up the next morning because we were the only O311s like there at that attachment.
Man, you just saying that.
The sergeants, it's not gonna be in this shit, bro. We only got like 8 minutes left on the card.
Close it out.
The sergeants, like, they just hated MG Fest. Don't know why, but they hated us.
Hating ass motherfuckers.
So we're like, okay, cool. And we knew that we could outrun these niggas because these niggas smoked and they were just disgusting. Mm. We were still drunk when we woke up and we still outperformed them. So, because it wasn't how my body was feeling. It was truly just like a mental thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like I know you hate me, bitch, but guess what?
Yeah,
you can't fuck with me on my
exactly.
You can't fuck with me even on my worst day.
Should prostitution be legal? Go.
Should prostitution be legal?
Yeah, should it be legal? Yes or no? Go.
Yes.
You, should it be legal? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Should it be legal?
No.
Porn is legal.
I think prostitution should 100% be legal.
Hold on.
Porn is legal.
For men and for women.
Yeah.
Legal 100%.
Yeah. OnlyFans is legal.
The way that prostitution works for men is a lot different than the way it works for females.
I'll never pay for sex. Fuck.
Well, I don't know, Carlos. Maybe I want to sell my body now.
Well, here's the thing. Like prostitution for like men and women are like two totally different things.
No, it's
like,
not.
Women don't pay for sex.
Okay, so like here's the only thing I would say to that.
Oh my God.
As if prostitution is legal, at least it has to be safe.
Well, yeah, you have to obviously be tested and like they gotta know like what's wrong.
It's legal and it's legal here.